and that they do need help.
I would sure like to meet that guy and tell him a thing or two, honestly. I mean,
I'd invite him to sleep.
I mean, is there an outrage on what Bill O'Reilly is doing? Or what amazes me is that a lot of people, a lot of the veterans are Republicans, and they do listen to Fox News religiously. So do you see that because of things that you've pointed out, a difference in the change of behavior of veterans towards Fox News?
Well, we're certainly seeing a lot of outrage around this. And again, it works because people get the videos, they get the clips, and they send them to veterans, and they send them to friends. And people are screening them in shelters, homeless shelters for veterans. They're screening them. We're going to have it up next week, some footage we shot of that. So, there's that great slogan, first you divide, then you conquer. Right. And certainly, I mean, Bill O'Reilly is outrageous, he's a joke, he's a buffoon, but we need to keep pointing that out, cutting away his audience, making sponsors ashamed to be supporting him, and we will be successful because in this new age, he can't say, I didn't say it. He can't deny it. He's already now trying to move away from it. We've got the clip. We've got the video. We keep putting it out, putting it back in his face. And that's what we need the help of thousands, tens of thousands around the country to do.
Now, I know that you made a movie called Steal the Movie.
Steal This Movie.
Steal This Movie. And so it was reminiscent of, the glory protest days of 60s. Do you see a similar phenomenon only this time on the internet as opposed to people actually coming out on the streets? How would you compare it today versus the movie that you made earlier?
Well, the movie really about Abby Hoffman and Tom Hayden and other heroes of that period. Look, I think every era is different. There's certainly tremendous outrage today. We certainly have this incredible tool with the internet, which is free. We've been given a way to reach people. So I think what's similar is a sense of we have to do something. And the way we're going to do it is more varied, perhaps, than in the 60s, where it essentially was a street movement. Now there are different ways. I mean, there's the sophisticated folks of using this to reach legislators, to get people elected, and to do different kinds of protests. But I can't stress strongly enough what a gift it is we've been given. We don't have to be impotent and complain that Fox or the networks are shutting us out. We have ways to reach people. And if every single person says, I'm going to spend 10 minutes a day and send these videos to my friends with notes, we're there.
I see. Now, does it all finally eventually come down to who is the candidate who gets elected? No. And I know you were involved in the Super Tuesday. So tell us what your thoughts are on, again, who gets elected versus what you did on Super Tuesday.
Well, I think that because there's been such great Bush hatred, and he has in fact united liberals and progressives and even conservatives, we have to remember there's a historical critical role for social movements separate from the Democratic Party, separate from any political party. The right wing has done it quite brilliantly. They're outside the party, yet they influence the party. So I would argue the women's movement, the peace movement, the labor movement, the environmental movement, all of them, work aside from who the candidate is. And then you put pressure on. The civil rights movement did not say, let's get somebody elected and then we'll talk about changing the law. They took direct action. So I hope that we'll be able to encourage the same thing. On Super Tuesday, we had live coverage on our website of the primaries so people could hear progressive voices talking about them. But that's just the beginning. The real part is figuring out how as a social movement you can pressure candidates to do the right thing.
Now, but I do know that there's one candidate whom you have kind of honed in and are questioning his, appearances and what perceptions, and that is John McCain. And so I would like to ask you why John McCain, and we have a clip. Maybe we can first go to the clip and see what John McCain is all about.
I promise to tell the truth always about my intentions and my beliefs.
Straight talk. Straight talk. A little straight talk. The success will be fairly easy.
I believe that we can win an overwhelming victory in a very short period of time.
Easy. It was easy. The
American people were led to believe that this would be some kind of a day at the beach, which many of us fully understood from the beginning would be a very, very difficult undertaking.
I knew it was probably going to be long and hard and tough, and those that voted for it and thought that somehow it was going to be some kind of an easy task, then I'm sorry they were mistaken. Maybe they didn't know what they were voting for.
Straight talk.
I went down to South Carolina and said that the flag that was flying over the state capitol, which was a Confederate flag, that I shouldn't be involved in it. It was a state issue. It's an act of cowardice.
Straight talk.
Neither party should be defined by pandering to the outer reaches of American politics and the agents of intolerance, whether they be Louis Farrakhan or Al Sharpton on the left, or Pat Robertson or Jerry Falwell on the right.
Do you believe that Jerry Falwell?
So what is your premise of this movie?
Well, the premise of the Real McCain series is that he's been given a free pass by the media, who says he's a straight shooter, and that he never changes his opinions. Well, it's factually inaccurate, and the video proves that. Well, again, we're not saying to people who you should or shouldn't vote for, but this was really designed to try to help the media a little bit to understand you're being sold a bill of goods. Vote for him, don't vote for him, agree with his positions, don't agree, but do not continue this mythology that he never changes his position to suit the way the wind's blowing.
Right, right. And do you see, I mean, now that you've brought in like the mainstream media, do you see that you're having allies in the mainstream media now because of the work that you're doing? They feel that there is a market. I don't know what their explanation is, why they don't put alternative voices. I'm sure any of the big networks could do the same. Let me ask you, why don't they put something like this?
Well, when I'm running a network, we'll have that conversation. But in the meantime, I don't know the answer. I mean, part of it is the commercialization of news, right? That it has to be a profit. So they'd rather have Britney Spears than this. Part of it is the political persuasions of some of the folks who run the big corporations. But at Brave New Films, we're actually going to start, we hope, an actual network where people will be able, again, they'll sign up, they'll have different channels. They'll have the media channel and the Walmart channel and the Fox channel, and we'll even cater channels to them because Jim Gilliam, our resident genius, has figured out a way. You put in your name and the different things you're interested in, and we'll be creating a channel so you'll get every week all of the videos that come out on that subject.
Oh wow! I mean, so this is a true confluence of energy and technology that will enable you to, give your message. So let me ask you, what is it that drives Robert Greenwald to do all this? What is the mystery behind it?
Well, I think it's a couple of things. I have 4 children, and I want to be able to look at myself in the mirror and say I did everything I possibly could. And I'm from the streets of New York, and bullies were always out there, and I have a chance now to take on some of these bullies without getting a stick put to my head. I mean, it's just words, which don't hurt the same way.
Okay. I would like to thank you for coming here and sharing so much. There's so much more to talk about, and I'm hoping that we can meet with you regularly and get updates and build a bridge, bridge of that crosses the Great Divide.
Absolutely.
So thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm your host, Berkeley Sanjay. Thank you. This is Bridging the Great Divide. I'm so thankful for Robert to be here.
Thank you for the work you're doing and for your audience and what we hope they're going to do.
Thank you.